Hello and welcome to Everything's Fine, probably your weekly antidote to bad news and the only podcast that dares to ask, what if the solution to global despair is just more llamas? I'm Jim, your host, emotional support human and reluctant zookeeper for today's episode because things have gone a bit wild. Today, following on from the questionable success of lamb news, we have gone for a full-on animal special. Because, come on, who needs political stability when you've got a video of a duck using a zebra crossing? As always, I'm joined by Shelley, who last time out attempted to bring us lamb news and instead brought us a gentle breakdown in real time. Shelley, your story featured no lambs, questionable research methods, and a 9-minute discussion about whether sheep have hobbies. What have you got to say for yourself?
I have not even tried. I've not even attempted to look at anything about lambs at all because it's also just not very seasonal. Is it midsummer?
Well, you say this, but also here is Stu, who in a stunning act of journalistic redemption has unearthed a real lamb story. What an act of reparation for lambs, for listeners, for the integrity of this podcast, which frankly has been bleating out for help. Stu, are you well?
I am. I'm very well. I thought, good. We needed to dig deep and get ourselves some good lamb news.
Okay, well, hold that thought for a moment, because this week we have 7 good news stories, every single one involving animals. A whole show of Paws-itive reporting.
Is that a pun?
Yes, clearly it's a pun.
That was very, very good, actually. Got any more?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Do some more.
I'm not doing them all now.
Okay. All right.
I'm not performing monkeys, but you may well find more puns coming up. So look, get comfy, lower your expectations, and let's all take a moment to remember the world isn't on fire everywhere. In some places, it's just a goat in a hat, and that's brilliant. Let's begin. Order is restored, chaos is contained, and actual good lamb news is in the studio. Stu, over to you. Give us the whole bleating truth.
Okay. Would you like to know about the man, the lamb, and the train?
I think it's fairly obvious by now that, Stu, yes, we would like to know about the man.
Actually, no.
You don't want to know?
No, I've decided I'm offended because this whole thing has only come about because I was really crap at finding a news story. So this whole episode is just a big passive-aggressive stab at me.
Always has to be about you, doesn't it, Shelley? Yeah. Make the whole show about you. I've got some nice, uplifting lamb news.
This is all just about my failings.
Well, it's not about your failings, Shelley. I think you should embrace this. This is great. You have started something amazing and beautiful. This whole show, today's show, is only happening because you picked a topic without bothering to check whether there was any news to back it up.
Yeah.
That's kind of a criticism.
I think out of all the episodes we've done, what are we up to now? Is this episode 14?
Might be 15.
Oh, exactly. I would probably say that's my favourite feature so far. So if you haven't heard lamb news, you need to listen to our last episode.
But I am just very jealous of your real lamb news that you have today, though.
Don't be jealous. Just embrace it.
I am.
Sit back. Keep drinking your wine from the bottle through a straw.
I've just got an empty coffee cup.
Well, let's unravel
about the man, the lamb, and the train.
Let's unravel this mystery, shall we? So, a man was spotted walking a lamb on a lead at a train station in Renfrewshire in Scotland. Immediately caught people's attention, sparking a flurry of social media posts and questions. But what was the story behind this unusual pairing? It's not something you see every day, is it? Jay Gibson, 61-year-old former Royal Marine, was the man with the lamb. He told the BBC, "You might think it's odd, but it's not wrong. The lamb was called NJ, and it is the latest of many orphan sheep he's cared for over the years. It all started about a decade ago when Gibson found a distressed lamb in a field. He carried it for miles to the farmer, who told him that since the lamb had become attached to him, he would have to care for it himself. This led to an agreement where Gibson would care for orphaned lambs in exchange for staying on the farmer's land. Since then, he's cared for, get this, nearly 200 lambs, calling it an addiction. He explained that he relies on train travel because he suffers from blackouts and cannot drive. So commuters were certainly surprised. Michelle Robertson, she was a passenger on the train. She said she had to do a double take when she saw the animal. She went on to say, as it was so hot, I thought my mind was playing tricks and I was hallucinating. So everyone said the lamb was calm, well behaved. A detail even Scott Rail, it's not a person, it's the railway in Scotland. Scott Rail even confirmed how well behaved and calm the lamb was. They joked that while they are used to livestock on the line causing disruption, this visitor was on a lead and well behaved. There you go, Jim. That's a pun.
I love it. I love it. And look, maybe I'm sleep deprived or something, but when I saw this story, okay, all I could think of is a British remake of Snakes on a Plane, but with less venom and more passive aggression.
I would watch that.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? Let's give it the full gritty UK drama treatment. Lambs on a Train, coming soon to ITV2 at 3 a.m. Think of it, right? You've got a traumatised former soldier played by Sean Bean. And obviously, yes, he dies in the first 10 minutes. And he's got to escort a rogue flock of lambs across the Scottish Railway network before they detonate a device made entirely from knitting needles and oatcakes. The only problem? They've tasted freedom. So you can have like Idris Elba as the brooding ScotRail enforcer with a tragic past and an excellent beard. Olivia Colman as the lamb whisperer, who's actually just a woman from Dundee who talks through everything. Emma Thompson as the Prime Minister who refuses to negotiate with livestock. Michael Sheen as a lamb, played entirely in mocap with a Welsh accent and the full emotional range of Hamlet. You could have a tense standoff in the quiet coach where a lamb refuses to wear headphones, or a high-speed chase through the snack trolley aisle. Or maybe a dramatic slow-motion scene where a lamb leaps from one carriage to another while Jerusalem plays softly in the background. What do you reckon for a soundtrack for this? I was thinking of a moody remix of Bar Bar Black Sheep by Billie Eilish. You reckon? And the best bit for me would be when Idris gets to say the classic line, I have had it with these mutton-fluffing sheep on this mutton-fluffing train.
That's amazing. Mutton fluffing.
In a world where livestock rides free, while man must stop the apocalypse.
So, can I just, are the sheep like dangerous?
What, in the film or in real life?
Yeah, no, in the film. Are the
in the
sheep
film,
dangerous?
yeah, they're plotting to blow stuff up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I must have missed how evil the sheep were.
Oh, they
I'm
put that.
busy listening.
Yeah. Well, these are some bad sheep, Shelley.
Yeah. Well, it's like
not like the one from your story, Stu.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But like in any true story, when you'll get like a script writer, won't they? And then once it goes to Hollywood, they completely go off script and
based on a true story.
Based on a true story. It'll be like Salt Path. You just make it up.
I saw a film. I forget what it was called, but basically his family moved into a house and there were people living in the walls, and it said it was based on a true story. And when I looked into it, as far as I could tell, the only true bit was that a family had lived in a house.
Who's directing this?
Well, Jim, of course, isn't he? He's the director. What I will say is though, can I put forward for the farmer Sir Ian McKellen?
Absolutely. I see no reason why not.
Yeah, can I have that? Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be good when the sheep are running wild and he'd stand there and go, "You shall not pass."
Absolutely.
I love Ian
McKellen. Yeah. Can we have Pedro Pascal as well? He's good. I like him.
Yeah.
Well, I thought in a major plot twist, maybe he could just not be in it
Uh,
because no one would see that coming.
maybe
Yeah.
we need Judi Dench. Maybe she could be in it as well.
Maybe what's she
She,
going to do? Who's she going to be?
maybe she could be like one of the passengers on the train. Like, good heavens, that kind of thing.
It writes itself, doesn't it, Stu? So, look, there you have it. A man, a lamb, and a transport policy loophole. A story with heart, wool, and just enough madness to qualify for a BAFTA. Well, Stu, thank you for restoring faith in lamb news. The sheep have been avenged. Okay, let's gamble from lambs to goats. I have a story that proves once and for all that goats aren't just agents of chaos, headbutting bins and eating birthday cards. In Chile, goats are now firefighters. What we have, people, is strategic grazing goats. Sounds a bit Cold War psyops, but it's very real. I don't know if they're wearing little firefighter hats. I hope so. The story neither confirmed or denied it.
I would like it if they did.
I would like it if they did.
Yeah.
But it would be quite expensive because they're part of a 250 strong goat army. That's not a sentence I thought I'd say this week. Deployed across Chile's Bayo region to literally eat wildfires out of existence. So these goat legends have been chomping through fire-prone scrub like it owes them money. They're managed by a project called Bueno Cabra, which literally means good goat. Sort of moral clarity I think we can all do with. So it's like Fireman Sam's on furlough and the goats have taken over. And what a job they're doing. In 2023, 30 families survived Chile's deadliest wildfires in a decade because they're sheltered in goat graze safety zones. Goats have been there, goats have snacked, and fire just couldn't. They've saved now over 600,000 square metres of land. That's roughly 84 football pitches, and they're getting smarter. Researchers are even fitting goats with smart collars to track their movement. So, what do we think about that?
Well, I think this whole thread you've opened up, Shelley, is amazing, isn't it? We're hearing about all these talented lambs and goats and sheep. You know, it's a thread that really is just going to run and run, isn't it? What do you think, Shelley, as the originator of this magnificent thread we've got running through our podcasts?
Yeah, I feel finally I feel heard and I feel seen.
Well, that's heartwarming.
I mean,
It could be about heartburn, I don't know, but
it's good to just have animals just getting on with what they do. And funnily enough, it turns out animals getting on with what they do best is actually really good for the environment.
Animals doing what animals do. That should be the name of this podcast, I think.
My goatness. Sorry.
So to recap, goats are now climate heroes. Chile's leading the way, and somewhere out there's a goat called Kevin who's basically doing more for the planet than most world leaders. And if that doesn't make you feel better about the world, we might need to spend more time with goats. Just maybe not in the fire season, though. Our next story takes us to the state of Colorado, where they're building what will be the world's largest wildlife overpass to help elk, mule deer, and other hefty beasties safely cross a 6-lane interstate. So it's kind of like a zebra crossing, but for actual animals. And instead of white stripes, it's 200 feet of landscape bridge designed to feel like a luxury hotel corridor for elk. It's being constructed over I-25 north of Monument. It's connecting 39,000 acres of habitat that was previously cut off by the motorway. Project's being led by the Colorado Department of Transportation, working with wildlife agencies, local government, and I'm hoping a team of elk consultants who are only communicating grunts and judging looks. The stats on this are wild. The overpass is expected to reduce wildlife vehicle crashes along the stretch of the highway by 90%. Before the underpasses were installed, there was an average of 1 wildlife vehicle crash every day. And let's be honest, no one wants to hit a deer on their commute. It's a really traumatic start to the workday. Sorry I'm late, Gary. I antlered a Subaru. But back to the good news.
Who's Gary?
Gary, that's the Elks boss.
Okay, right. Sure.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Well, I was just, trying to get some context to that story. So
I
no,
think maybe overthinking it, but that's
okay.
fine.
No, I've got it. Gary is the boss. Just write that down.
You're making a note. Good.
Just note that down. Yep.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So back to the good news. The Elk Overpass is part of a wider wildlife mitigation system. It includes underpasses and fencing. The overpass, that's specifically for your big lads, the elk, the mule deer, pronghorn, because apparently they don't do tunnels. Elks are basically the snobs of the animal kingdom. If there's no natural light, no view, they're not interested. And I can respect that. I refuse to be seen in anything without a vaulted ceiling. So construction started in January. It runs through to December 2025, budget of $15 million, which means for the cost of one not particularly good Premier League striker, you get an architectural marvel that stops elk from flattening your bonnet. I think that's a bargain, don't you?
I think that's like really cheap, isn't it? As a kind of, bit of transport policy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money at all. Is that, would you say 90% reduction as well?
Yeah. Huge, isn't it?
Amazing, isn't it?
Don't they have bat bridges on the A11?
Yes,
yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Put those in, it's brilliant. And I think there's a potential sequel here to Lambs on the Train, by the way. Elks on an overpass. I reckon.
Bats on a bridge.
Bats on a bridge. That's very good, isn't it? Bats on a bridge.
We've got a whole franchise.
Well, I think we have got a franchise here. So, let's
mother fluffing elks.
Mother fluffing elks. That's a great phrase.
Mutton fluffing. So it's mutton.
Fluffing. Oh, mutton. Yeah. Mutton fluffing.
Does that work for elks? Mutton fluffing?
Fluffing. No.
Works for sheep.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work for any other animal. Right, we've been on the roads, we've done the railways, and we've survived the Goat Fire Brigade. So naturally, it's time to head out to sea, because Shelley has found some blubbery good news that proves even in a melting world, the legal system sometimes gets it right. It's seals, it's courtrooms, it's more dramatic than Suits and Blue Planet combined.
Yeah, it's Arctic ring seals versus Alaska state of. The Arctic ring seal are actually a protected species. Well, they're protected under the Endangered Species Act protections, which means the area that they live in kind of has to be respected and left alone. But on the previous, I think they've been protected since about 2012. After the Marine Fisheries Service actually requested that they were put on the list in 2008. The Trump administration actually tried to petition against this in 2018 for the gas and oil industry because they want the land for drilling. So they have tried again. The gas and oil industry in Alaska have tried to petition again, but the court's Ninth Circuit actually ruled against it. Arctic ring seals get to keep their lovely habitat, and they will continue to protect their land. I mean, I think a lot of it is just down to the fact that if they do start drilling in those areas as well, it is just the environmental impact of it as well, just not just for the seals, but basically the seals are what stands between the environment and the Alaska gas and oil industry, which they're not easy people to take on. But seals are, do not mess with seals.
No, just lawyered up and won. We should get them on Judy immediately. Great story, Shelley. Love it. A legal win for Arctic seals and a reminder that some judges still believe in things like science, survival, and not letting baby seals drown for a profit. It's the first courtroom drama I felt emotionally invested in since I don't know the goat custody battle I just made up in my head. Right, well, we've been on land, we've been on trains, we've been in court with the seal. Now it's time to dive deep, like really deep, because Stu's taking us 325 million years into the past, which coincidentally is also when Donald Trump's attitude to women was last socially acceptable.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? So prehistoric sharks resurface after 325 million years. So some of these sharks have got some great names, and we'll come to them shortly. So if there's any marine biologists out there, then my pronunciations might be a little bit skewy, but I'll try my best. So scientists have made a remarkable discovery in the depths of Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, and northern Alabama, 2 new species of shark fossils, each dating back 325 million years. This incredible find is reshaping our understanding of ancient marine life. Mammoth Cave is the world's longest known cave system, stretches over 676 kilometers. It's a stable environment with consistent temperature, humidity, and millions of years of isolation. This has preserved these fossils in almost perfect condition. Researchers could see intricate details of the fins and the teeth, giving them an unprecedented look at these ancient creatures. So the 2 newly identified sharks are the Troglodytes tremblay and the Gilkmanius carforum.
Well done.
Thank you very much. So these are all part of the Tenacant family, a group of ancient shark ancestors, each measured between 3 and 3.5 meters long. So I'll say again, the Troglodytes tremblay has uniquely forked teeth that were perfect for slicing through its prey. And the Gilkmanius carforum possessed a powerful bone-crushing bite that used to hunt smaller sharks, primitive fish, and squid. These sharks once swam in a prehistoric inland sea that connected North America, Europe, and North Africa when the supercontinent Pangaea formed. This sea disappeared and its sediments transformed into limestone. Over millions of years, water carved out the Mammoth Cave system, trapping and preserving these fossils. So these fossils are acting as a window into the lost world. They help scientists better understand ancient ecosystems and the evolution of life. This discovery also highlights the critical importance of protecting, like we were talking about in the last story, protecting, and I like the phrase here, natural libraries. So we can look back in the past and learn from what nature has evolved into. Would you like to be a fossil in a museum?
It depends, like, how I'm fossilized. I'd like to be fossilized looking really cool and intelligent. Mm-hmm. But what if there was like a volcano eruption while I was on the toilet? Like, found a fossil of me, and then I'm just known as the toilet lady of Vesuvius or something like that.
So it'd be like in Pompeii when they got all those, those sort of the bodies where people are sort of like hands in the air going, oh no, here comes the lava, comes the soot. There'll be you sitting there on the toilet. Would you be aware?
I'm not sure anyone just went, oh no, here comes the lava. I think it's a bit more dramatic than that.
It was, they got sort of asphyxiated under ash, I think.
Yeah.
Rather than, no, here comes lava.
It's like when the great balls of fire do come, I don't think anyone's going to say goodness gracious. I did just think with these sharks, just going back to that.
Yes.
If they'd been like a long thought dead species and then just got found, what a disturbing time it would be to be found, because you've been chilling down there and suddenly you wake up to a world where goats are now firefighters and seals are winning court cases, and you'd be like, come on, man, do I have to get a job now as well?
Yeah, well,
really dispiriting, wouldn't it?
Well,
to be honest.
Well, capitalism, you have to monetize everything. So why shouldn't animals get jobs? That's a bit lazy, isn't it?
Because the next thing you know, they're going to be unionising and organising performance reviews. But it'd be on LinkedIn. Goats on LinkedIn.
I really would.
Thought leaders, influencers, with headshots and motivational posts, an annoying habit of using words like synergy.
Yeah,
but calling themselves fire mitigation specialists.
I think cats would make really good influencers, wouldn't they?
Cats would make good CEOs.
Yeah. How do cats do that to us? I mean, they can't destroy houses, don't they? They bite all the furniture, they bite us. just make a mess of your house, and we allow it. We don't allow any other animals to do that, do we? I mean, dogs don't, do they? On the whole,
No, dogs do destroy your home.
do they?
They do, yeah. They do bite, so they eat everything. Dogs do, so you have to be really careful because they will like eat stuff out of your bin and things, and they'll eat like your pants and.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, all animals are very capable of causing damage to your home.
Right. So, Jim, have you ever eaten a pair of pants before? You know, after a big night out at the rugby, anything like that?
Well, not that I remember, but who knows? Okay, look, something unprecedented has happened. We've got a listener submission, which is very exciting. So thank you.
Whoa, we've got a listener submission. We love listener submissions. We want more of those.
Even more exciting, it involves a dog that accidentally ran a half marathon and came 7th. Not only did it run 13.1 miles uninvited, it beat hundreds of humans who presumably paid to be there. Now, the only bad bit about this story is, I'm afraid, the story is actually from 2019.
That's okay. I mean, good news is good news.
Well, it is. And, like a Labradoodle on a jog, somehow the story keeps going. It's back doing the rounds on social media, and I support its comeback era. If a dog wants to do an Ed Sheeran and chart again 6 years later, let it.
I'm not a fan of Ed Sheeran, though. But I'm a fan of this story. But
it's not really pertinent to the story, but that's fine, Stu.
Okay.
No one in their right mind likes Ed Sheeran.
Well, I think for the listeners, trigger warning. We're going to mention Ed Sheeran. You can't just throw that out there. You need to prepare people if you're just going to mention that name. But anyway, let's hear your story, Jim.
So the dog's name was Ludovine. She apparently wandered out of her garden and just joined the crowd at the start line, which is pretty much how we got into podcasting. She wasn't even racing. She stopped to sniff some roadkill twice, still came 7th, which is both inspiring and deeply insulting, really, isn't it, to everyone else? Imagine running a half marathon, collapsing in a heap, and then finding a dog beat you and looks just fine. So if you're looking for proof that dogs are better than people, here it is. Ludovine accidentally ran 13.1 miles and didn't once post about it on Instagram.
Ah, yeah. How did it accidentally run?
It joined in. People were running. It just
joined I see.
So why do we think this story keeps doing the rounds?
Well, people like dogs and people like running, don't they? So you've got two very, very popular threads there, haven't you, to begin with?
It's cute. That's a cute story.
Yeah, it is a cute.
Yeah. Who's our listener?
Gemma.
Thank you, Gemma, for proposing that story. We really enjoyed that. So have to say, Jim's a runner, I believe. I'm certainly not. What about you, Shelley? Are you into running?
I have had times where I do running, but I don't enjoy it very much, I have to say.
Yeah. I don't think Jim does, but he kind of forces himself. He makes himself do it. So he's got more determination than I have. It's not something I particularly like or enjoy.
I think it's just one of those stories that makes us feel like we could all just stumble into something and be brilliant at it without trying.
I'm not so sure. Do we know what sort of dog it was?
A Labradoodle.
A Labradoodle. I mean,
I don't know. I'm making that up. Could be.
You just made up. So very sort of popular now. The doodle, isn't it? You look at any dog, they're all kind of look like these sort of fluffy, cuddly teddy bears. Have you seen them around? Everyone's got a cross doodle, haven't they? These days, Jim. I don't know if you've seen them. Have you?
I've seen a fair few. I didn't know everyone had one.
Everyone's got them. Everyone's got them. Yeah, well, you've got cats.
Right.
So you wouldn't have one, would you? But have you seen them, Shelley? The doodle cross. They're very much the in breed to have, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, there's I live in a very doggy place. Lots of people have dogs here, so I get to see all of the breeds and all the mix of breeds that have. Which people are used to only like the purebred breds, but now everyone has sort of mixed breeds, which I think is much better for them.
Well,
genetically.
Speaking to dog owners, as I do, well, I don't really, but I've spoken to one or two. they've said apparently the hair doesn't drop so much on these doodles, so that's a good thing to have them in your house. Apparently,
Aw.
they don't shed hair as much.
Like the artificial Christmas tree of the dog world.
Yeah, well, there we go.
They don't drop.
Why not?
And then
Why not?
the rest of the year, you can just stick them in the loft and ignore them. Now, of course, we couldn't do an animal-themed episode without including cats, because Shelley would probably resign on air. This one has everything: an escape artist feline, emotional turmoil, a WhatsApp group that isn't just passive-aggressive bin day reminders and blurry photos of suspicious foxes. Shelley.
Do you know Penny from Ettingshall in Wolverhampton?
Oh, yeah, Penny, yeah.
Penny, the grey cat.
Yeah.
5-year-old indoor cat, and her mother is Miss Spalv. And would it be prudent for me to tell you how old Miss Spalv is?
If you could, please.
I mean,
Okay,
I do like to know the detail for sure in these stories. So let me just grab my pen so I can write that down.
okay, can you write that? Do you want the spelling?
No, just the age would be good.
34 years old.
Really?
Yeah, so she went through one of the worst possible things of her indoor cat getting out, Penny, and she went missing. And having been through that myself, I know what
you got out and went missing?
I got out and went missing, yeah. I was shut in someone's shed.
Oh, yeah, that can be horrible.
That's why they say, yeah, curiosity killed the Shelley.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you got out. That's good.
Yeah, so she had obviously done what a lot of us do. She had made posters of Penny and put them up around the area. And she also went to the neighbourhood WhatsApp group, which has more than 400 members in it for the housing estate. I think what was really just very moving about it was actually just how supportive everybody was. People were, even though we all have really busy lives, people were actually actively looking for Penny. Then I think I'm trying to just see in my notes how many days it was that she was missing. I can't see how many days she was actually missing for, but eventually someone on the WhatsApp group messaged her and said that they had seen her, they'd actually heard noises coming from one of the industrial units, and someone had seen a grey cat around there as well. So within 15 minutes of getting that message on the WhatsApp group, she had gone round there and she was reunited with Penny again.
Hooray! That's an amazing story, isn't it? Because I remember when you lost your cat, Shelley. She was gone for quite a while. It was about 7 days, was it?
Yeah, she was gone for over a week.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what happened to her, but I was really actually amazed by how lovely people were about it and how many people really did try to help, and people who I'd not even met before were.
Because I think, when you start to get to 6-7 days, you start to fear the worst, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
You really do.
I was really heartbroken. I really didn't think I was going to see her again, but she just suddenly came back in the middle of the night. And she just suddenly came through the cat flap, and she was really skinny, but I don't know where she had been at all, because she's not actually a cat that goes very far.
Yeah.
She does tend to stay quite near to the house. So to lose her, I'm guessing she is probably like everyone. She was either shut in somewhere or somebody might have had her, but and then she escaped.
so similar to that story, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
The thing is, when so if you set up like a missing pet WhatsApp group, what's the etiquette on leaving that group? Do you stay in that for the foreseeable, or do you just gently slide away one by one?
Oh, stay in the group.
Okay.
I need it again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Especially if your cats are as thick as mine.
Yeah. or someone else might lose a pet, but and you perhaps like then meet people and talk to people who you wouldn't have met before or spoke to before. So a little bit of community spirit is what we like to explore on this show, don't we?
Yeah, I would definitely help other people find their pets. if I thought I saw them or anything, because I know, like, and I always feel really sad if I see like a missing cat sign. I always think, oh no, I feel really sorry for the people, and I hope that it is just what it usually is that they're not actually that far away. Usually the cats are never very far away from the home and they've just been shut in somewhere, but you just hope it's that anyway. But yeah, I met some lovely people when that happened. So it gives you, yeah, as you say, it gives you a nice warm sense of, like, community spirit. And
And it's quite good to hear some positive tech news as well, isn't it?
yeah,
Tech being used for, for positive ends, really, as opposed to, kind of destroying our minds and filling us with doom. So, well, great little story there. Penny's now reunited. Is she back at home?
She is. And also, in other good cat news, it's International Cat Day on
Fantastic.
Friday.
This Friday, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so you better stock up on Dreamies
Yeah.
and have chicken lollipops. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't. No.
Freeze-dried chicken lollipops.
No. Where'd you get those from?
Jim, have you seen them?
No, the last time you put something freeze-dried my way, it was just too disgusting for words, and I don't want to go back to that.
They're called Purr Pops, and my cats love them, so I recommend Purr Pops for your cats on International Cat Day.
Where'd you get this from?
You can get them in the supermarket.
Okay, and they really go for these, do they? The cats?
Yeah, they love them. The cats are not going to appreciate it being International Cat Day at all, though.
Well, most days are an international day of something or other, aren't they? These days.
Yeah.
Well, I think most cat feel that, international or not, it's a cat day. So I'm not sure it'll feel much different for them.
I wonder what they put in Dreamies to make cats love them so much.
Crack.
Well, I'd say catnip, which is the cat equivalent of crack, but they do a catnip flavoured one, and my cats don't like that one.
They do. Mine don't like it either. They like the cheese ones and the chicken ones.
They like all of the others. They just don't like the catnip one.
Yeah, they. I make them get the multivitamin ones, though. It's like the healthier ones.
Yeah. Oh, you're no fun, Shelley.
It's like Pavlov's dogs, isn't it? That as soon as you just pick up the packet, slight rustle, she's just like, my cat, ears up, straight in. They know, don't they?
One of my cats likes the rather disgustingly named Licky Licks.
Okay.
Oh, Lickalicks. Yeah.
Okay. What does that involve?
It's basically a meat yogurt.
What? A meat yogurt?
A meat flavoured yogurt.
Okay. What kind of meat? Any type meat? Beef? Lamb?
Yeah. Well, not the good meats.
No.
But it's just a meat flavoured paste, and one won't touch it, but the other one, she loves it, goes crazy for it.
Yeah.
It's really good if you've got medication to give to your cat, because you can just cover their food with the Lickalicks, and they will then just eat up all the Lickalicks and the medication without realising.
Yeah, but the name, that's a strange name, isn't it? Yeah. And you keep saying it really quickly there, so it sounds really odd. It's funny. How'd you say it? Lickalicks?
Lickalicks. Yeah, it's like lick-e-licks, but yeah, lick, L-I-C-K, and then E, and then licks, L-I-X.
Lickalicks.
Yeah.
You like Lickalicks? Could that be the advertising campaign, wouldn't it? You like Lickalicks? Or how about our new range from Jim?
An American accent.
How do you like some Lickalicks? Or the new range, we got some beef yogurt. How about yogurt? Beef yogurt.
Licky Licks for your pussy.
Churros in America.
What's that? Sorry?
Like Lickalicks, churros. Lickalicks,
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a name I'm not going to forget. That's for sure.
So from train riding lambs to firefighting goats to prehistoric sharks adjusting to goat influences, and finally Penny, Wolverhampton's answer to Jason Bourne. What a lineup. If the podcast has taught us anything, it's that animals are having a far more exciting time than we are. That's about it from this week's episode of Everything's Fine, probably. The only podcast where sheep ride trains, goats are on LinkedIn, sharks are wondering why goats are now civil servants, and a cat gets rescued thanks to WhatsApp. Don't forget, if you're feeling lost in life, remember, a dog once wandered into a half marathon and came 7th. Anything is possible, except maybe outrunning the dog. You're not that fast, just accept it. Meanwhile, in a Chilean hillside, a goat is updating its CV to include fire prevention specialist, community leader, excellent at nibbling. Give it 6 months, I'll be applying for Art Council funding. If the episode made you laugh or feel feelings or reconsider your relationship with ungulates, please like, share, subscribe, whisper our name into a lamppost, or paint Everything's Fine probably on the size of a cow. And follow us on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, Facebook. I don't know. Are we on Threads?
Yeah, we're on Threads.
Really? Christ,
Yeah.
that's the point. I'm also going to be doing
There's no one there. There's no one there.
No one's watching.
No one's there.
Anyway, send us your good news stories. You know, if a hedgehog does your taxes, we want to know. If your budgie runs a pyramid scheme, we need to know. But thanks to our listener who sent in the dog story, proof the internet never forgets, and also that dogs are better than us. And if you've enjoyed this week's trip through the weird wilderness, don't worry, we'll be back next week with more baffling wildlife, questionable science, probably, I don't know, an animal applying for a mortgage the way things are going. Until then, keep your lambs on leads, your goats out of HR, and your sharks well rested. Thanks for listening to Everything's Fine Probably, where it's never near, it is always.